Good evening, Puckers. Now, one of the most popular features of the No Man's Sky Orbital update, and arguably its most impressive feature, is something that I have as yet not really shown in any of my videos or my live streams. And you will find it on any standard space station, and it is the Starship Fabricator. So, I mean, to use it is all pretty straightforward. You need to salvage parts from various ships, whether you find them as a wreck or whether you just buy the things. How you get them is your business. You then take them to the ship salvage console, and you can take whichever parts you like, so, well, in the case of, say, the hauler, everyone likes the big balls. Can't imagine why. But, so you find a hauler, the rest of it doesn't really strike you as being all that great. So you can salvage those so you can put together your particular, your ideal hauler, and yeah, the hauler with the big balls does seem to be the popular one. The only thing that you can't find through like salvage means is the reactor. Every regular space station sells them. You can also get them as mission rewards. They do crop up fairly often, so it's again is not a difficult thing to find. And it's the reactor that determines what class your ship is going to be. So we'll say, for example, here, so I'll put in an S-class reactor. I may as well do the Explorer while I'm here. So yeah, you put in the S-class reactor, so you know now that you are going to get an S-class ship. So the hull, I've only got Firefly S hulls, but they look alright. I'm not too keen on the ones that are more sort of upright. And then, okay, this is unique to the Explorer. You can have different left and right wings. I am not a fan of the asymmetrical look to haulers. They are not what I consider eye candy. I think they look fucking hideous. So I made sure I got wings in pairs. So I have, yeah, the left and right. I think these are called, yeah, sunspot split wings. It's not quite the double D's of death as I had in my previous playthrough, although those ships now, yeah, double D's of death, yeah, I don't think that quite fits it. I mean, obviously double D's comes from the fact that they looked like two large D batteries and I had a pair of them, hence double. What else could double D's possibly stand for? So once you've put your ship together, you can then give it any sort of paint job you like. You can be as gaudy or as refined as you care to imagine. Now, unfortunately, in this system there is quite an orange sort of light, so yeah, you can't see very clearly what the actual colours are. This is supposed to be red and green, but here, yeah, it looks very much red and yellow. But oh well. So once you assemble it, you then get the final loadout that you're going to get. You also get a pretty good or a much better idea of how it's going to look like with its paint job that you've given it. So this one looks pretty fucking good actually. Damage potential on an exploration ship is always very low. But you can ignore that. You can also see the positioning of all 4 of the supercharged slots. This is really well positioned actually for an exploration ship. You don't really want them bunched together. So yeah, that's a really good ship that it's put together for us there. But I'm not going to build it, so we'll come out of there and well, let's move everything back and let's try the next ship. So the next one is yeah, the fighter. So with this, well, again, we'll sort out the reactor. So the fuselage, grabbed one of those. The wings, this time you get the wings in pairs. So there we go. And then the thrusters I got there. I basically chose these settings so that, well, settings, you know, these components, so I could get a ship or a fighter that looks as close to a Star Wars Y-wing fighter as I could. Not quite there, but you know, it's as close as it can. I mean, the fuselage certainly looks like one. So we can again give it you know, whatever colour scheme we see fit. I do always think that blue and orange works quite well together. And we can assemble that. And look at that for damage potential, 383. And that's despite the fact that all it's got is 1 photon cannon. Now it is currently in a supercharged slot, but you can do a hell of a lot more with that. It has an X-class deflector shield strength plus 37. That's the highest I've ever seen. You would definitely keep that. So another supercharged slot here, another one here. The 4th one is obviously going to be around here somewhere, so we can't see it at the moment. But that's another pretty good. Yeah, that's a great one he's put together there. Yeah, not bad at all. So let's go for the last one then, the hauler. So as always, S-class. So the cockpit, everyone does seem to like the off-center cockpit with the large gun to the side of it. And yeah, I'm much like everyone there. And of course everyone likes the big balls, so yeah, we've got those there. And there we have the thrusters. As haulers go, I think that is a really nice looking one. That's a great one, that. So let's yeah, let's make this one a bit orangey. There we go. Okay. And what does this give us? So none of the 4 supercharged slots, none of them are in the slots that are given. That does suggest that they are probably going to be grouped somewhat. I mean, even if we assume one will be in one of these 2, that means you've got 3 that are going to be around here. So yeah, I wouldn't be so keen to build this one here. Damage potential for a hauler is really good at 189, again considering it currently only has the photon cannon. Shield strength is very good, 305. That C class would, yeah, you'd get shot at that, and you know, put alongside the ablative armour you would put on 3 S class ones there. Hyperdrive range is, it's okay, but obviously, you know, you can really bump that up. Maneuverability for a hauler, actually, a completely stock hauler at that, 265 doesn't seem too bad at all to me. So yeah, it's not a bad hauler, that one. Just wish I knew where the where the supercharged slots were going to be. As it is, like the other two, I'm not going to build it. Now there's two reasons for that. Firstly, I've already built one of each of those ship types. I don't need two of them. And secondly, as I'm sure you've already figured out from the title, those three ships are the ships that I am giving away as yes, the Lukozer No Man's Sky giveaway. So what I will be offering, or what I am offering, is an S-class reactor, and then the parts to build your own explorer, or your own hauler, or your own fighter. And you've seen what they all look like. Don't pay any attention to, you know, the positioning of the supercharged slots, because they will change depending on which station you build it at. So unless you're going to come to this very station, which is highly unlikely, they are not going to be here. Also, there is no guarantee that they will be in the same spot every time. So we rebuild the exploration ship that I did. Let's give it another. Let's not go so mad with the paint job there. So light blue and dark blue. Actually, those do look like they are pretty much in the same places as they were before. But you can also see that yeah, the empty spots have moved around a bit. So there is a little bit of random random sort of guesswork with regards to where the slots are going to be and which ones are missing. But yeah, that's all down to, say, wherever you build the thing. So I'm giving away the parts to build this exploration ship, and the give you a quick refresh of what they look like. And the fighter won't bother changing its paint job this time around. Oh, now those supercharged slots are great, just as long as the next one isn't there. Even if it's there, that's fine, but not there. So yeah, that's what your fighter would look like. And then your hauler. Would look like that. And that's the kind of stats you're going to be looking at. So you would get them for nothing. And yeah, say they are going to be an S-class ship. So I am effectively giving away 3 S-class ships. So whoever comes first will obviously get the choice of whichever one of the 3. Whoever comes second, you've got the choice of the 2 left over, and whoever comes third, you've got whatever's left. And even if you don't need or want a ship, you still, you know, put it together and then just take it to the scrapyard and sell it for, like, you know, a good few million. It's an S-class ship. It's going to be worth a decent number of millions. So, you know, it's not bad. Obviously, well, it's obvious to me, but believe it or not, yeah, I do still need to point these sort of things out. This is only going to be any good to people who play No Man's Sky, because I can't, you know, I'm not going to sort of like go into my back garden and knock one of these ships up and then say, here you go, take delivery of that, you know. So yeah, you've got to play No Man's Sky. I don't know to what extent cross-platform support is enabled. I know that was always the intention, but I don't know if it's working or not. So obviously if you're playing the PC version, no problem. But if you're playing you know, the Xbox or PS4 versions, I don't know. If you do, then feel free to let me know, but yeah, I've no idea, yeah, if that can be done or not. So what do you need to do? Well, you need to comment on this video with the following. Firstly, obviously you need to know what your name is within No Man's Sky so that I will be able to spot you. And secondly, you need to answer this question. The question is, what is your number one tip for No Man's Sky players? It could be either for newcomers or it can be for experienced players, it doesn't matter. But what is your number one tip for any No Man's Sky player? Now, it would be better if you only give like one reply. If you change your mind later on, come back and edit your original reply. But yeah, just do like one entry. If someone else has written the same reply that you were going to give, too bad. I'm going by, you know, whoever's earliest, they will get the answer. If your answer is the same as what I would give my, you know, I would say my number one tip is for No Man's Sky players, then yeah, there's a good chance you're going to win it. But I mean, it could be something I've never thought of, and I'll see that and think, fucking yeah, that's a great idea. Right, that's going to be the you know, at least one of the winners. But yeah, if someone else has written down the same one that you were going to do, oh well, they beat you to it. Come up with something else, because I'm not going to say, right, these three people have all said my number one, therefore those are the three winners. No, it's going to be three different answers. I will announce who has won in probably my next No Man's Sky live stream. I don't yet know exactly when that's going to be, but I will, you know, I'll post a notification of when that is in my community tab, so you know, keep a lookout there. And how we'll do it is pretty straightforward. We'll head into the anomaly, and yeah, I'll be able to give you the parts that you know, you are after right there. So to, you know, just confirm for one last time, you will receive an S-class reactor and the 3 building parts needed to put together you know, whichever ship it is that you want. So if you come first, you get the choice of any of the 3. If you come second, you've got the choice of the 2 that are left over, and if you come third, then you've got whatever's left behind. But you never know, the one that's left behind could be the one that you really want anyway. Right, that will do then, I think, for this. I think I've made that all pretty clear. So yeah, now go away.